So it seems like things are getting a bit more tense at the end of this episode between Steven and Nick. Guys, why can't people just get along and sustain a successful business? But let's talk about it. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Just My Opinion for my Welcome to Chippendales episode 2, titled For Geniuses. As Chippendale takes flight, Steve assembles his dream team, including a shy accountant who may be more than just a business hire. Guys, I want to let you know that this is going to be a spoiler-filled recap. I'm going to spoil it up, down, left, right, in, and out as if you've already seen it. That is your warning. And if you happen to like the video, please give me that thumbs up, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can always know when I am making uploads. But how are you feeling about the show so far? We are now on episode 2. Please check out my recap for episode 1 if you have not already. And I am finding this show to be very, very entertaining. I was laughing at one point in the episode, I can't remember if it was episode 1 or 2, where Steven was like, hey, can you please take me with you, when they wanted to shake off all that nasty oyster eating contest stuff. And I'm laughing in this one too, just with the reaction from all the characters and the way that they are bouncing off of each other. But I do like this new team that they created with Steven, Nick, Irene, and also Denise. And Denise is an actor that I am fond of. I like her every time she pops up. Juliette Lewis, every time she pops up on some type of TV show or movie, she is entertaining to me. Now, I won't say that she is a leading woman, but there's nothing wrong with that. But she has a ton of credits right here, and I am fond of her work. A newcomer in this episode is Miss Irene, played by Annalay Ashford. And to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever heard of her before, but with the episodes that I have seen thus far in this show, I like everything she's dishing out on screen as well. And so I'm really eager and excited to get more into these 4 characters as they navigate through this Chippendale business. However, the episode does not continue on a high note. It picks up where episode 1 left off, unfortunately, with the death of Miss Dorothy Stratton, Playmate of the Year slain. And I do like the reaction from Steve as he's taking the news. He seemed like he was really hurt by that and disturbed, as any normal person would. I mean, I would be upset if he just looked at the newspaper and was like, oh, okay, well, move on to the next. I was like, wow, what kind of monster are you? But that's not the case. So he does seem like he has a heart, and that's cool and all that. But this next scene right here, we have Nick DeNoia, the choreographer, the dancer, the gentleman that is ahead of all of the creative decisions at Chippendale. And if you look closely or do a little research, him and his wife were only married for 1 year. That's wow, so unfortunate. I believe it was 1975 to 1976. And this does look uncomfortable. But your boy Nick DeNoia, he was a closeted homosexual. And we're getting to know that right here as he is attracted to somebody in the legal team. And they have their little fun. They have their hookup session. Seems like they're having fun, but Nick wants to take it further. He wants to go dancing, and the guy just let him know, like, hey, I'm not here for all that, man. I'm not here for a long time, just a fun time. And your boy Nick looked like he got his feelings hurt, but hey, you got to move on and find somebody that wants you as much as you want them. And somebody that does want him is his Unicorn Tales Emmy specials that he has on VHS. I'm not gonna lie to you, they do not look that impressive, and I'm kind of thinking about how Steven Somi was like, hey, really, you won these 2 right here? And you know, he was being made fun of later on, but I don't know. He has some sentimental value here, reminiscing on the past. I don't know, is he trying to make himself feel better because he kind of got dumped, because he got shafted by the lawyer? You guys let me know what you think. But I knew it was inevitable. You're only going to hire Nick for 1 show, 1 outing, 1 choreographed dance. The women are going to get tired of that. Of course, they're going to come once or twice, but they're not going to come 3, 4, 5 times for the same routine. That is going to get tired. That is going to get old. And that is what your boy Steven is figuring out right now, because those ladies was like, hey, another cowboy performance, it was better the first time around. But I do like the fact that Steven has his head to the ground and he's listening. I mean, every opportunity that he gets to upgrade his business, he takes advantage of it. And I do like that. I mean, that's what you have to do to be successful. But he goes and hunts Mr. Nick Denoya down, saying, hey, we need in-house help. It will save a lot of money. Name your price. And this is entertaining as well. I think it was a bit harsh for him to cancel or fire all of the dancers. Why would you do that? I don't know. Maybe, where did you get these dancers from in the first place? I mean, could you, if you're training people to dance, can you not train the men that was already working there? It just seems like that would be an easier transition. I'm not mad at you for wanting to bring more people on, but they were getting their job done. The ladies were screaming like, oh my God, your penis, your face, I want to kiss you. I mean, that's what they were saying in this episode with your boy Otis coming up. But I don't know. That was just kind of a weird move to me, but I'm not a dancer. I'm not a choreographer. I am not a business expert. You guys let me know what you think. But they're doing that thing. I'm just kind of thinking myself also when I was watching the scene, like, what would you do if you're just driving down the street or wherever, and you see a bunch of men randomly dancing in a parking lot? That probably wouldn't be that big of a deal in 2022. But in 1979, I can really imagine people's head turning sideways like, you know, what's going on over here? What are they doing? I want to join or I want to stay away. I don't know, because this is the first of its kind, but that was quite funny to me. Now, I want to ask y'all, is Steven racist? Does he have a racist bones in his body? Because he was like, wait a minute, that guy Otis over there is black. Nick is like, is there a problem? And this was the first time to where we were seeing tension in between their relationship. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, and I'm not going to talk about what happened in the next episodes, but you can Google some stuff if you possibly want to see what will happen between these two. But they got their dance routine down, and these ladies are horny as hell, and there go your girl Juliette Lewis. But anyway, your boy Otis is able to get these ladies wet, gushing between their legs, and it is hilarious. It is hilarious. And I was laughing my ass off too, because your boy Nick is curving Denise left and right. She is trying to get to know this man on a business level, but also maybe on a personal level, but he is not eating up any of it. Like, woman, I'm working, leave me alone. I'm gay in the closet, leave me alone. That's what he's saying. And I was kind of tickled by that in this episode. But your boy Otis is doing well. He is doing good. And these ladies acting like, man, they've been locked up for 10 years themselves. And it is interesting to see this on the flip side. I've been to a strip club before, of course, but I've never been to a strip club where it is for women, where there's male dancers. So I don't know how wild they act. I've never went to a bachelorette party where they have strippers as well, but I know that they like to get it in, and you're seeing that right here on the forefront. But they are so aggressive. Now, you know, at strip clubs for men, whereas women dancers, again, I'm not an expert. It's been at least maybe over 10, 12 years since I've been to a strip club. But I'm pretty sure that 95, 99% of them, you cannot just fondle on the women. You cannot grope on them unless they allow you to, or unless you're going to pay some type of extra fee or go back in the champagne room, the boom boom room, whatever they call it. But this was an eye-opener. Men don't get catcalled that often, but the short times that we do, or at least myself, it's like, what the hell? What's going on? That's kind of make me uncomfortable. So I can only imagine that women have to go through that their whole entire lives. But as your girl Denise says later on in this episode, how she loves the club and this switch in the power dynamic between men and women, you're seeing that on full display. They are grabbing this man Otis, and they are not giving a damn, just letting out all of their sexual frustrations. And I have this frozen right here too. I mean, this woman is a bit older as well. I didn't even think I realized that, but I would not be comfortable with this. I'm not about to be kissing on all these random people. No, they licking on your face and tongue you down and grabbing your penis, and no, it's not, going down like that. I mean, I would be much more selective of who gonna be grabbing my junk. But there's no way in hell this can go on at the Switch nightclub, at the dance club, at the strip club for men, whereas women dancers. No, they would get their asses stoned out of there, going to jail, or any of the sorts. And I completely understand, but this is very funny to me, seeing all these women act this way, because it's not really in television or movies, at least in my experience. But this is where Steven meets Irene, his muse, and they get it on. They get along quite well. But I like the way she was able to school him on accounting and bartending and things of that nature. And this is just the team that they're building right here in the relationship that they're going to have throughout the rest of the show. But yeah, these women want to get it in. Now, backstage, I do like the fact that Otis had enough guts to go to Nick and be like, hey man, I am not comfortable with this. Do I have to kiss on these women and let them fondle me? I'm just not used to that type of thing. The man has some type of class, some dignity. You know, he not just some piece of meat to where you can just take advantage of, you know. But Nick was telling him, hey, it's only required if you want to get paid. And so I want, like, y'all, let me know in the comment section if you just getting money thrown at you. Money thrown at you, money thrown at you. And you got to pay rent. You got to feed the babies. You got to do what you got to do. Would you be down with a bunch of women kissing on you and grabbing your piece? Male or female, whatever industry, you know what I'm saying? Whatever sex, let me know in the comment section. Would you be okay if you was in Otis's shoes making all this money, but everybody touching on you? You know, let me know, let me know. And it's funny too, I think one of the gentlemen was like, yeah, we had a snaggertooth woman in the crowd. I think that's what they said. If that's the case, I was laughing my ass off. I took it back, and I think it was talking about, snaggertooth or whatever. But I got to give it to Steve. He's smart. He's like, hey, let me call and complain about this down with Chippendales, and he is getting this free ad work, $6,500. But I love the ambition from Otis as well. And I acknowledge the fact that Otis walked up there and he was like, oh, you know my name. Like, he knew what it was or something, but I'm glad that Steven didn't know his name. And I like this interaction between the three of them, just building a team. And you notice the team is Nick, Steve, Irene, and Denise, not Otis, because it's titled 4 Geniuses, not 5 Geniuses. So that's interesting right there to me. You guys let me know what you think, but I love this that he was able to get that free airtime. And again, I like the fact that Otis is trying to be under his wing and learn everything he can. I just think that's dope as hell. But now we have another performance. It is funny. It is entertaining. It is nice to see all these ladies go wild for these men. But gentlemen, let this be a lesson to you. If you did not know this already, now you know. Women like to smash. Women enjoy sex. Women want to smash more than you do. They just keep it a secret. Well, not all women. Some women don't care, and they'll just put it out there. And you're probably saying to yourself, Brandon, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, you got to take a woman on 3 dates. And sometimes you do, but it just depends. Sometimes women just want to get it in. And this is the prime example of it. They're in this club horny like, oh, my God, I'm about to go get some dick. Stat. That's what she's saying. And I like this business transaction right here. Like, wait a minute. We got women horny as hell, drunk, on drugs, wanting to get it in. They leaving the club and go spend money somewhere else. No, let's keep them here. That makes perfect sense. So your girl Irene was a good asset. And it's like, hey, man, we can open up anytime we want. And look at this. The men not ready just to go in there and swarm on a bunch of horny women. And I'm laughing. They like, yeah, we heard, baby, get the dick. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, fuck me. It's funny, and the money is rolling in, and they're having fun backstage, getting it in. Look at everybody having fun and getting it in. She is getting her brains blown out, but hey, give it to her if she wants it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Oh, do it harder. Faster. Yes. Okay, I'm done. But yeah, everybody getting it in, sniffing all types of drugs. I don't know nothing about that, but yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. And the thing about it is, and I may be telling on myself, it's also funny that the women don't give a damn either. They're just fucking like out in the open, well, backstage, but out in the open. They don't really care about, okay, let's go to the corner, pull the curtain back or whatever. No, they just like, no, I'm wanting to get smashed right now. Come here, right, you. I want it. Now, also, do y'all think that Nick had a right to get mad at Otis for wanting to be part of the business as well and not just be a dancer? I think Nick is tripping. You guys let me know what you think, because as long as Otis is still doing what he needs to do as a dancer and he's not missing practice, he's not missing rehearsals, not missing meetings, and he's making the money and, making the customers happy. I don't see a problem. However, later on, he did not want to do that kissing stuff no more, and I don't blame him for that. And Nick is tripping if he's upset about it. Now, after I watched the first episode, I was a little frustrated, and I'm like, wait a minute. Who is this guy, Stephen Soman Banerjee? Like, where is he coming from? We don't know nothing about him other than he was from India and he's a brown man in a suit. But here we're starting to get to know a little bit more about his character, and also Irene as well. She has a family business with metal siding, and also he has a family business with the printing press. And that's pretty much all the information that we got at this point in time. But it was nice that we get to know a little bit, and she wants to be an accountant and a Hollywood accountant. She actually helped out Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, and that's something that you'll want to go brag about. But I was happy with this scene right here and how we got to know a little bit more about the character's backstory, because I always want to know who the characters are and where they come from. Yeah, but this is what I was speaking about earlier with your boy Otis, and he is doing his thing. He is performing well, and he does not want to do the kissing thing anymore and is going to go hype it up over at the gift shop. And I like that. He was like grinding on a couple of the women on the pole. Hey, follow me over here and buy this merchandise. That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. But, Nick does not like that. But like, hey, you got to talk to Otis about that, man. You can't just be having people wanting to kiss random people. No, that's just not going to work. That's just not going to work. That's just not going to work. But here we got a girl, Juliette Lewis. I like her. I don't know why she just fascinated me when she pops up on screen. She's always entertaining, but she is selling herself like, hey, hire me. You need me. I know what I'm doing. I got this stud gun and people having sex, sucking dick and all that. But she brings out the breakaway pants, and I got to say to myself, hey, breakaway pants are the thing. I had a number of them in high school myself when I played basketball, but I haven't wore, do people still wear breakaway pants when they hoop? I don't know. I think the professional, well, yeah, when they play, yeah, okay, I answered the question myself. But what do you guys think of this? Now, this did bother me. This did bother me of how Nick just ran up her talking about hire this woman right here on the spot. I would have responded the same way that Steven did too. Like, no, we cannot like put somebody else on payroll. Why would, like, Nick, why would you do that? Why would you just go up there and be like, let this blindside the owner like this? Like, why can't you pull him to the side like, hey, I got this person downstairs. I think I really need her because of this, because of that. And you have the conversation between yourselves. You don't put them on the spot. I don't like that. I really don't. I really don't. And hey, if you either hire her or I'm walking. Like, really? Now, at this point in time, I could imagine, you can see this, Nick is frustrated. I can imagine that they bumped heads a lot more prior to this scene, and I kind of wish we kind of would have seen that, because the only type of friction that happened before this scene right here is when they hired all the dancers outside, and they hired Otis, and he was like, hey, is that guy's black? And I was like, is that a problem? To me, that's the only friction that's happened between them. So for this right here, for him to just be mad talking about, okay, you either hire her or I'm walking, it's like, whoa, how did we get to this decision right here to where you're just so upset that you're going to walk away? That has he not been giving you everything that you wanted? Because you said he gave you complete creative control, budget for costumes, budget for all this other stuff. Like, how is he not delivering? So that was just a bit much to me right here. But he said his wife talks him into it, Steven, and says, okay, I'll do it because it makes financial sense. And this is where we see the dark turn between the both of them. And I don't like it, man. I want people to get along. I want people to have a successful business. But this could be where the downfall starts, you guys. This could be where the downfall starts. You guys let me know who y'all agree with. Do you agree with Steven? Or do you agree with Nick? Do you agree with Nick or do you agree with Steven? Please let me know down in the comment section below. I am dying to know. And this was just another very entertaining episode titled 4 Geniuses. But I definitely want to hear from you guys. What did you think about episode 2? What are you thinking about this show so far? Are you loving it? Are you hating it? Are you somewhere between? Is it good enough for you to stick around for episode 3? I think you should stick around because it's great. Again, at the time of me recording this, I have seen the first 7 episodes. I need to go finish number 8, but I am having a great time with what I'm seeing so far. But guys, that is going to wrap it up. Make sure you also check out my episode 1. And if this is your first time finding me and you want to know why would I want to subscribe to this guy, you'll get movie reviews, spoiler movie reviews, series reviews, a weekly movie news roundup show. And again, like I'm talking Welcome to Chippendales, I talk about some of the shows I'm interested in that are streaming on all of these platforms right now. Please help me get to 50K subscribers as fast as you can. But guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Davery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.